Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
That's their own 17-yard line.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's go, D. Watch the safety creep. Kill.
They run it with Ballage. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now Ballage. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Ballage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
27-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Sit.
Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, When guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Balaj. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Silver. Spot. No. Watch twist. Red 80. Twist.
61, matchbox lights.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Grant. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yo.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Titans nothing.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
50, Mike, 50. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Grant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time where we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some.
Mike 50, Mike 50. On the ball. Check your heart rate.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now it's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check nickel. I got you. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got one.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Switch.
80 weapon.
They will run with Grant. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On second and 1, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Mike 50, huh? Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. 80. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 80.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm coming. I'm coming. Set.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Here we go again. Switch. Check, check. Lucky.
Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, E. I got him. Mike 55. Switch up. Switch. Check 52.
from the gun. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To punt it away on fourth down, here's Drew Kaiser. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run on first down. Grant. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Grant. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Titans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
50, Mike 50. Cover. Slam, slam, slam.
lady. X3, 218, chopper.
They go back to Grant, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go. It's Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch twitch. Watch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 22.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Come to me, it's me.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch the whip. You go tight. You got tight. You got check, 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 check.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Undercrush, undercrush. Check.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
He's mine.
So on 1st down, it's Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. Goes for the right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back now in Nashville, it's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Grant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch twist. Young lady. Shift. Reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Mike 29.
Hey, lady. Chopper.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A gain of 3, second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, it's Grant. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a give, right side, Grant. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that. Super toe.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Darnold. He gets it to Brown. Good play. First down, Titans, gain of 12. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight width. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Grant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Watch the sled, watch the sled. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together. Alert 3, alert 4. Alert 3. Check, check.
Throwing now is Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Here's Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike, 55. Yeah, Jim. Rip right, rip right. Check 31. Six guy. Check six guy. Boom. Back.
To throw is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
Brings up third down.
Mike, 50, Mike, 50. I got you.
On third down, Grant.
Check three.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.